What's going on, everyone? Well, today we are working on the Toyota Tundra and got about 100,000 miles on Mr. Tundra. It's time to start doing the belt, and I'm going to do the tensioner and this idler pulley right here. They're pretty difficult to get to from the top, so we'll be doing most of the work from the bottom. So this pulley here, here's the idler right here. We're going to be doing that from the top, but everything else will be done from the bottom. Let's take a look at the bottom. The tensioner is right here. And it's only held in with 2 bolts, and it's not very easy to access because the sway bar is right here. Zoom out real quick. So I'm gonna end up lowering it, pull these bolts out in here, lower it down, give me some better access. Let's go look and see what I bought. Okay, so I did not go with any OEM parts because they are really expensive. I went with Gates. Okay, they make a complete kit for the Toyota Tundra. Comes with the belt, and comes with the idler, and here is the tensioner. So if we look at the tensioner, it's just 2 bolts. But anyways, Gates. Yeah, let's talk about Gates and the prices of OEM stuff. So if you go to Toyota, want to pick up a belt, the OEM belt is about $75. The tensioner OEM is $110, and this little pulley here is $90. Okay, this whole kit here is $129. So this will save you some money. I've used plenty of Gates products doing timing belts, pulleys, and things like that in the past. Never had an issue with it. So if you want to save yourself some money, go with Gates. Here is the part number, if you can see that. And I'll have it in the description box below. So let's get started on the truck. So these bolts here are 17s. And we can lower this kind of out of the way. And I'll give you a little bit more access to up there. Before you take the belt off, take a picture of it. Get a nice good video of it right here. All right, so you see the belt routing. You're gonna need a 14 millimeter to put on the end of the pulley on the tensioner to take the tension off the belt. You can see it move like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and just take it off the bottom pulley. Take the tension off. Okay, get the belt out of the way. They really don't give you a lot of room on the top there. Okay, we'll get the rest of the belt off from the top in a minute. Let's see what we got up here. So let's go up in here, see what we got. All right, we're gonna have a hex. I'll tell you what size the hex is here in a second. Then we have this bolt right here. So the hex is gonna be a metric size, which I don't have. All I have is standard hexes here at home. This is a 7/32. I don't recommend using the wrong size to undo anything because you could strip it, but we're gonna give this a shot and see what happens here. It is a little bit loose, but hopefully it'll come right off. All right, crack loose. Right out. This one here is a 12. Alright, so here is the Toyota one. Alright, and the Gates one looks a little bit different. As long as all the holes are in the right spot, we are good to go. Okay. This one actually doesn't feel very bad, so I'm probably going to hold on to it. Okay. Put this guy in. I don't know the torque settings on these guys, so I'm just going to put it in the hand tight. So the idler pulley is going to be a 14 millimeter, and it's on there pretty damn good. So here's our old one, and here's the new one. They do look a little different. As long as they're the same size, we're all good. Step back on here. All right. All right, we'll just replace the belt and we're good to go. So the truck, since it just hit 100,000 miles, something really important to do with any Toyota, if you want it to last another 100,000 miles, is go ahead and replace the coolant, okay? So I'm going with this Valvoline red coolant here that's made for Toyota Lexus. The reason why you want to do this, it's really important that after about 100,000 miles, the Toyota coolant becomes acidic, okay? And what can happen is that it can get so acidic that it'll start to eat components inside the engine. All right, specifically with this engine, it likes to eat the head gaskets, okay? So it's really important to go ahead and change out the cooling. Now, there's a very proper way or dealer way of doing this, and I'm not doing it on my truck, okay? So the proper way is there's actually 4 places to pull coolant out of the truck. One is right here at the radiator, and there are 2 places on the block, okay? There are these little nipples that are up on the block, right up here, this side, and there's one on the other side that are very hard to get to, okay? The little 8mm bolts that have these little pipes hanging off of them, and you loosen them, you can drain the coolant out of the block, here on both sides, and then you're gonna wanna drain it out of the heater core, okay? And that's gonna get rid of 100% of the coolant out of the whole system here. I'm just doing the radiator on mine today because I don't have time really to come up there and try to drain this guy up here. It's pretty difficult to see, pretty difficult to get to. Where are you at? And doing this in my driveway here, I'm not gonna take apart the heater core and make a gigantic mess because I don't wanna get it in my grass, because once you get coolant in your grass, it's there forever. You'll be able to smell it every time it gets warm outside. So we're just doing this. Gonna go ahead and just drain the radiator, fill it up. I'm gonna drive it around for probably this summer, and then I'll do it again, okay? So I got a couple bottles of this Valvoline coolant. It's something you wanna do to make your truck last 200, 300,000 miles is the coolant. I mean, you wanna change the oil every single time, but this is super important. Also, you're gonna wanna do the diff fluid once you get to 100,000 miles, and you wanna do at least the trans service at least once, okay? I'll be getting to the diff service pretty soon. I'm not doing it in this video because I'm doing the rear wheel bearings pretty soon, and I'm gonna do it all back there, okay? So where this video is gonna end is with this coolant right here. And yeah, I hope you learned something today. And damn, I wish I could show you the little nipple up there, but it's terrible to get to. So yeah, subscribe if you wanna see me do the wheel bearings. You wanna learn how to do that because they're really tricky to do at home. And hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. Hope to see you again in another video later. I'm just in such a hurry. I'm just blabbing all over the place. Sorry, guys.